Good evening, everyone, and welcome to season 2, episode 2 of Relationships Reloaded, presented to you by the Hanson Youth Ministries. We are so glad that you are here. We are so happy and elated that you are here. And we just want you to go ahead, grab your family members that's in your home, sit down by the couch, get some popcorn, get some juice, get some crackers, whatever it is that you snack on, and prepare for a wonderful program this evening. Before I go even further, I want to ask you to please make sure, if you haven't done so already, if you're on YouTube, please like our page and please subscribe to our page. And also, if you're on Facebook, we want you to go ahead and hit that share button so that everyone can know that something special is happening on the Hanson Youth Ministries web pages. This evening's topic is going to be refocus, as we're going to talk about different scenarios in life, how when life knocks you off course, how do you get back on track? I have three they're brand new, fresh off the assembly line, for lack of a better word, cast members. They have never been on here before. If you're on Facebook, I want you to go ahead and show them some love. Just hit that love button. They're brand new. We want them to feel and know that they're part of the relationships family. If you're on YouTube, just go ahead and give them a shout out in the comment section. Just say hello. And I'm going to give them a chance right now to introduce themselves. I'm going to go Rose, then Joy, then Carlos will end it out. And I want each of you to tell our audience, our family, tell them, if you want them to remember one thing about you, what would that thing be? So let's start with you, Rose. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rose, aka Rosie. Call me whatever you want. Well, Rose or Rosie. I am currently an administrator, but I also am an event planner. I know it's COVID, so parties are restricted in numbers, and it's a little bit more work. But if you don't want to do the work, you can call me. You can find me at Everlasting Rose on Instagram. And also, I do my own hair oil. It's called Lunie Essentials. I can see the shirt, Lunie. You can also find me at Lunie Essentials, LUNIE Essentials on Instagram. I do hair oil just like this. Okay, and yeah, you just contact me. It has a lot of products that you need for your hair so it can be healthy. I use them on my hair. So yeah, holla at me. That's me.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Rose. So, folks, you heard it. If you want long hair, shoulder length, good nature, please go to contact Rose. Find her on Facebook, find her on Instagram, and inquire about how you can get in touch with how you can get her products. And if you want nice shirts, look at the shirt. It's a golden rose. If you want that as well, contact Rose. And if you want somebody to plan your event, she's the one to go to. We don't need to go anywhere. We have folks right here at the Hanson Church who are willing and ready. They're entrepreneurs to hit the ground for you, and they will give you very good product. Joy, talk to me. Tell the folks a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Joy. I live here in Brooklyn. I work in corporate America with Sean's wife, Miss Nakisha. And I don't know how my arm was twisted into doing this show. I consider them to be friends, but after the show, we may have to revisit that. But it's great to be here. And one thing that people would say about me is that I think I have a great sense of humor.
All right. Thank you so much, Joy. And that's exactly why you're here, because you have a great sense of humor. And if anything happens, Rose, Nikki can come and work for you. So, last but not least, Carlos, talk to our family out there.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos.
You're muted. You're muted.
Can you hear me? I'm muted.
Yeah, we're hearing you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Carlos. I'm unmuted. I'm not sure why it's saying that, but I'm unmuted.
You're going in and out. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see.
All set?
You're going in and out, but just keep talking. Let's see how it goes.
All right. So again, my name is Carlos, and I'm from Connecticut. I'm a professional chef, also going to school to be a healthcare administrator. So if you need anything, any type of events catered, I specialize in West Indian food. So you can always find me on Facebook, Vegelicious LLC, or Carlos Ferguson on Facebook. You can hit me up through Facebook.
Excellent, excellent. So if you're planning a party and you need some help, Rose will coordinate all the background things, and Carlos will take care of the food for you. All right. So just make sure that you work with them. They are here for you. We have talent right here. But without further ado, let's jump right in. Our cast, they're waiting to jump in. They're waiting to jump in. I want to say to everybody right now, welcome again to Relationships Reloaded. The topic for this evening is refocus. If you haven't done so, grab every single member of your family. Every single member of your family will be able to appreciate and will be able to participate in this program. And if you haven't done so already, if you're on Facebook, please share this program on your news feed so that others who are searching might find it and may know that something good is going on. Also, if you're on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, please like and subscribe to our page. All right, so let's get ready to jump in. Listen, life, we all know that life is full of curveballs. That's one of the things that's guaranteed with life. Life is full of curveballs. And every time we get hit down, we have to figure out, or we get thrown off our game, we have to kind of refocus and get things back on track. So this evening, we are going to go down that road of how to refocus and get back on track. And we're going to do it through a game called Are You In or Are You Out? Are you in or are you out? And our cast, they will be the first ones to go. But as you know, for our returning family, we ask you to tune in as well and help them and give them some answers as well. And for the first time viewers, welcome. We want you to tune in and have a good time. So let's get the game up on the screen, producers. All right, so we are. Are you in or are you out? We're going to begin tonight. We're going to start we're not going to start hard. We're going to start very, very easy. So put the first scenario up on the board for me, please. Seems like our screen may be frozen. Jamiki? Okay. All right. I'll wait for her to get it up and running. Maybe we're having some technical difficulties. So here we go. Here's a scenario. You're getting ready for bed. You're starting out easy when you realize that there is a big lizard in your room. You try to catch it, but it runs and hides behind the furniture, one of your furnitures. Your sibling tells you, don't worry about it. Go to bed. Everything will be fine. Are you in with that solution or are you out? Let me begin with Carlos. Are you in or are you out? You want me to read it again?
Yes, please.
You're in your room. You're getting ready for bed. Mm-hmm. You saw a big lizard on the wall. You try to chase it. You try to catch it. It runs behind, let's say, your dresser. You go out and you tell your sibling, hey, there's a lizard in my room. Your sibling say to you, don't worry about it. Just go to bed. You'll be fine. Will you accept their suggestion? Are you in terms of you agree with their suggestion, or are you out? You're not sleeping in that room.
I mean, it's a lizard. I'm in. It's a lizard. What harm could it do?
Oh, so you sleep in the room. It wouldn't bother you.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
All
it's
right.
Not to do with me.
Okay. All right. Joy, talk to me. Are you in? Are you staying in the room, or are you out?
I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. Cannot sleep knowing that there's something in the room, a creepy crawly.
You out?
No, I'm out.
Mercy. Rose.
Yes.
Are you in or are you out?
I don't even think I would have time to tell my sister. I'll be out. Like, I'm out.
You're out. All right. All right. Let me look here. I see Kiwana. Everybody pretty much saying, listen, they're out. They're not staying in the room. Sharita says, I'm in. That's because she lives in Florida. So she lizards
Oh,
and crocodiles and snakes. That's just natural stuff to her. Opal says she's really afraid of lizards. All right. We're warming up. We're warming up. We're warming up. Next scenario. Next scenario. Let me start. You're in class and you realize that your professor has a big snot in his nose. Your classmates tells you to, one of your classmates tells you to raise your hand and say something. Are you in with this plan to raise your hand or say something, or are you out? You're not going to do it. You're just going to sit down and just write it out in class. Rose, let me start with you. Are you in to say something, or are you out? You're not saying anything.
It depends on my relationship with the professor, but I'm likely wouldn't say anything.
You wouldn't say anything.
I don't think so.
All right, all right, all right. I hear you. You wouldn't say anything. Joy, what about you? Are you
I'm
in to say something, or are you out?
I'm in, and I'm gonna do it. I'll say it because I know that I'm gonna keep staring, and my face is gonna be, telling a story, and I'll probably just do the motion, like, to give him the heads up, because I don't want to stare at that whole class.
So hold up. So hold up. So wait. You're gonna do a motion, or you're gonna raise your hand,
I'm
and
gonna
you're gonna
raise my hand.
professor and and,
Mhm.
and and walk me through what you're gonna say. Tell me what you're gonna say.
I'm just gonna say to the professor, I'm gonna say, sir. I think most people already know that when you do the motion, you need to be checking something.
Ah,
It's
okay.
distracting.
All right. All right. All right. Thank you. I see folks responding. I am in. I don't want to see snot in my face. Sharita says I'm out. I'm not saying anything. Opal said I would say something. Carlos, are you in terms of saying something, or are you out? You just gonna remain quiet and just write it out.
I'm in, man. I mean, listen, it's like Rose said, like Joy said, it can be very distracting. If I gotta sit there and just be looking at this thing, I might as well say something. So it's either I'm gonna say something privately, or I'm gonna raise my hand and just say, Professor, listen, man, you got something you gotta go take care of. That's it, But I can't sit there and just look at it.
Mhm.
I sit there looking at this thing. I ain't learning nothing. So to make sure I get a good education, I'm gonna say something.
All right. Thank
Embar-
you all so much. Yes.
It's
You know,
embarrassing as a teacher. A student telling you, you got a nose. It's like, oop. Like, no, that's embarrassing. I don't want to be the one embarrassing my teacher.
It'd be more embarrassing if it falls out.
That is true.
oh my goodness.
Me.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are funny. Yeah. All right. All right. Those were just warm up. We getting serious now.
Uh-oh.
YouTube and Facebook family, we about to get serious now. Go to the next question for me, please. We about to get serious now. We taking it down now to the deep levels. You are extremely late for work, Carlos, Joy, and Rose, and you are on your final warning, which means that if you're late again, you're gonna be fired. You realize that your Uber finally arrived. As you're walking to the car, you see the driver sneeze 3 times. This is in COVID time now, and quickly crack the window and put his mask on. You call your friend real quick, and they say you should still take the ride. Are you in terms of taking the ride, or are you out? Or are you gonna say, "Listen, I'd rather be fired. I'm not going in this
Mm-mm.
car." Joy,
I'm in.
you're
Listen,
in.
I'm in. I'm
Wow.
putting my mask on. Um, I have health insurance. God forbid I get sick. Right? I'm not gonna take the chance of getting fired, because of the person's sneeze. But at least he cracked the window. Whatever is going out the window, he have his mask on. I'm putting my mask on too. I'm in. I'm going to work. I'm not getting fired.
Mercy, you're taking the risk. You're in. Kiwana
Yes.
says, I'm out. Paula says, it's a no for me. She said, a no for me, dog. Kimberly said, listen, I'm in. Fanny said, I'm out. Karen says, I'm out. Rose.
I am out. I'm gonna tell y'all, unless y'all want to catch COVID, I'm going home. I've been exposed. He opened his window as I was getting in the car. I've been exposed. I'm not coming into work. Period. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm dispensable. My job will quickly replace me if I die. So
Mercy.
I'm not gonna die for my job. No. I love myself.
Rose, I love that. Rose says, listen, if I die, they're just going to replace me. So might as well I choose life. I'm out. I rather live. Opal says, nope, not with COVID. I'm out. Carlos, where are you on this, man? You got mortgage, you got bills to pay. Are you in or are you out?
I'm in, man. Put the man in the trunk. I'll drive. That's it. Put
You
him
see,
in the trunk.
that sounds good in movie world.
I'm not losing my job over no foolishness. Okay. I think that he cracked the window. All I gotta do when I get in there, just ask him, hey, can you roll all the windows down, all the way down, all the way down, so that stuff can breeze out or air out. I try with Lysol nowadays, so if I gotta go in there and baptize him a little bit, listen, that's
Right.
exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll spray them seats down and get in there, but I'm not losing my job over no COVID. No.
No, you're in.
I'm
Wow.
in. I'm
Wow. Wow.
going to work.
Wow. You're going to work.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
All right. Let me see. Nate says, I am out. Sharita says, I am in. Karen said, I'm with Nate. I am out. Talk to me, folks. Are you in or are you out? So let me take this now to another level. Let me see these, and I have a feeling I know where Carlos and Joy will fall on this spectrum. I don't think I know where Rose is going to fall, but let me test it and let me see how this one goes. Next one for me, please. So you are working as a domestic helper at a house for a husband and wife. One day while cleaning, you find receipts that the husband has 15 children behind his wife's back. When you ask him about it, he said that it's not your business and you should just do your job and keep everything between you and him. Are you in with this plan to be quiet or are you out? You're going to tell the wife. Rose, talk to me. Talk to me. Are you in with this plan or are you out?
You see, Haitians will beat you up if you don't mind your business. Growing up, if you didn't mind your business, you would get a beat up. So I most likely wouldn't even tell the husband I know. Like, I'm just minding my business and doing my job. Why am I going to potentially lose my job for not minding my business?
Wow.
I don't know. Unless the wife is my best friend and he's not my friend, then sure, I'll as a friend, I'll be responsible to tell you the truth. But if you're just my employer, I'm minding my business.
Wow. Wow. And it doesn't matter the length of time you've been employed at this place. You don't care. You'll be able to just continue working, look the wife in the eye, and everything will be fine.
I'm minding. It's not like COVID where it's affecting my health, but it's not affecting me. I paid to pay my bills. I'm minding my business.
Wow. So Rose, let me press you a little more. So you're saying that life is simply about taking care of your needs. You're not responsible for the other person.
But then it's me telling her your husband got 15 kids behind your back. It's opening a whole can of worm that I'm probably not ready to face. I may be accused of anything. She might be mad at me for saying anything, and she probably knows and tries to ignore it. Like,
have mercy.
Watch enough movies where minding your business is
So you're saying in your eyes, hey, mind your own business, do what you got to do. It's not your problem. That's not what you're employed to do.
Right. And I feel like at 15, like you should know something is going on. Money's missing. Your intuition should tell you something's off. 15 kids behind your back. I'm sorry. Maybe 1, 15.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm-mm.
Let me see how many people agree with you, Rose. Deirdre says, I am in. I am not saying anything. Fanny says she's not saying anything. Paula D. Cameron said, I might have to keep my mouth shut about, about the bun. God is going to show her. Have mercy.
Amen.
Jamin said, I am in with the plan. Stay out of people's business. So Rose, it looks like people are for so far agreeing that, hey, it's none of their business. Carlos, are you in with the plan to keep silent or are you out?
Man, listen, man. Listen. She ain't my friend. He ain't my friend. I'm just there to collect a paycheck. That's all that matters to me. Listen, one of the things Rose, I agree with you 100%. One of the things I've learned in life is that sometimes it's not that you don't wish well for the other person who's on the suffering end of the stick, but at the same time, just like you said, sometimes you try to counsel people and tell people things. You may see something going on and you try to say, hey, watch out for this, but then it ends up turning around and biting you, because then they might think that, okay, you're up to something. And particularly if it's the husband that's doing the wrong, and let's say, for example, Rose, you're the female, you're working in that household. The wife may very well think that the reason why you're trying to say something is because you're trying to come between her and her husband. No, that's a sticky situation to be in. They're your employers. They're just there to pay, provide you with a paycheck. Listen, go in there, do your 8 hours, get out of there. That's it. Let them figure it out. After child number two, if she hadn't figured it out, I'm sorry, she's an idiot. So, my friend, I'm just being real. If after child number two, she hasn't figured out that the 49,000 he's supposed to be bringing in has gone down to 38, then yeah, bye.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What kind of a people are you all? Oh my goodness. Let me see here. Oh Lord, please send even one. Let me see. Opal says, I am in. Not my business to say anything. Leslie says, I am in. I need my job. Kiwana says, see people business and leave it alone. Boy,
Yeah.
everybody is just agreeing. Everybody just saying they're minding their own business. Joy, what say you?
See, so this one is tough, right? Because in the real world, right, in corporate, one of the things that you are supposed to do, if you see something, you're supposed to report it, right? And if I don't report that, I'm going to get terminated because I knew about it. I didn't say anything.
Mhm.
15 kids, I'm thinking she has to know. I
Mhm.
mean, like Carlos said, that money is going to be dwindling. So this is my take on it. I'm going to slip some of the receipts in something that her husband, something, I'm putting those receipts where she's going to find them, that her husband is not going to look, right? You know, something with the females, we always have a hiding spot or something. Because you know what I'm saying? And I'm out. I'm probably going to quit my job because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to see the blowback. But I think 15, she has to know with 15 kids.
So Joy, so let me understand this, Joy. Joy, you are saying that you would try to help, but at the same time, you're gonna quit. You're gonna remove yourself out of the.
Yes.
So what
Yeah.
about just going to work, do your job, go home? That you're not able to do that anymore.
No, that's tough. I mean, let's play it this way, right? What if she doesn't know? Because there's some people out that truly don't know that people have like a second and third family, right? What
Hmm.
if she really don't know? What if she's truly that naive?
Hmm.
And you, that is something heavy. I don't want to carry that. I'm sorry. I know I'm not the person doing the sin, but I'm not carrying that weight. I can't just look her in her face knowing your husband have 15 kids out there, lady. Because I feel, knowing me, something is going to get said at some point. So I'm going to slip the receipts
Hmm.
in a shoe in something that I know she's going to go look at, and I'm done.
So you'd at least try to do something.
Yes.
Carlos and Rose, would you at least try to do something, or for example, down the lines of Joy, or you just like, this is definitely none of my business. I'm good.
The thing is, he's slipping up. Like, if you leaving your receipts for me to find, she will find it someday, and she probably did already, and she just chose to ignore it. So I'm gonna mind my business. But I do understand it becomes a burden. I'm gonna have to talk about it with somebody. I'm probably gonna call Shalima on my sister and be like, yo, my boss got 15 kids on the boss. That's crazy. But I'm my business. You know, I'll probably accidentally leave it where I found it so the wife can find it. So
so you probably tried that as well. All
maybe
right.
I would have to pray about it.
Mm.
But here's one thing, right? But if we're the domestic helper, believe me, she's not cleaning. That the wife is not going to be cleaning because that's what is, for the helpers to do,
Yes, it is.
right?
Yes, it
So
is.
they're gonna have to sneak that in something for her to look, find.
All
That's my
right.
thought.
Well, I love it. I thank all of you. I see here folks just um, I mean, they're agreeing. Paula, I'm denying it to the end. She said, I'm denying it to the end. If he tells her that I knew the whole time. She don't want to have nothing. She don't want to have nothing to do with the matter. Everybody's saying, mind your business. That's what I keep seeing all over again. Mind your business. All right. Let's go down this mind your business road a little bit more. Next question, please. Because I really want to see how far does this mind your business go. You walk into the bathroom. I want you to pretend now that you're a teenager at church and find your friend who is 15 years old smoking weed. They beg you to keep it as a secret. Are you in with your friend to keep it as a secret? Or are you out? Are you going to tell on your friend? Joy.
First of all, if you're smoking weed in the church bathroom, you want to be caught. Period. Right? So we're gonna have a conversation though.
Yes.
I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not keeping secrets. I know the whole teenage thing and different things like that, but that's an issue. I don't want to be a part of Joy knew, the parent doesn't know. So we're gonna have a conversation, me, him, or her, and the parent. That's it. Because
Wow.
if you're smoking in the church bathroom, it's a public space, you're asking to get caught.
Wow. So,
That's
so, so
it.
Joy, I'm asking you to speak as a fellow teen, a fellow friend, and you're saying you give up, you will inform on your friend. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that's me. That was me growing up.
My God, people talk to me.
I did it to my fat brothers. I'll do it to a
Joy said
friend.
she did it to her brother. She had no problem doing it. Should have done it to a friend. Talk to me, folks. Talk to me. What would you do? You have your friend. As a matter of fact, I would tell the team to talk, but I don't want them to get in problems with their parents. But what would you do? Carlos, what would you do? Remember when we were young? You walk into Hope's bathroom and see me smoking some weed, and I say, Carlos, bro, let's keep it between us. Are you going to my mom?
I'm telling
Are you
everybody,
gonna betray me, Carlos, or are you gonna keep it between us?
listen,
Remember, I know your secrets.
listen, I'm telling, because you ain't gonna get me in no trouble. But the thing, I mean, from a 15 from a 15-year-old standpoint, the thing it really boils down to trust. And I mean, I guess when you're 15, I'm not 15 now, so I don't know how to think of like a 15-year-old, but I guess when you're 15, you're not really thinking clearly. Because like Joy said, if you're doing that stuff at church, then obviously it's either you don't care or you really want to get caught doing it. So if I go in there as your friend and I catch you doing it, I'm sorry, I'm telling, because I don't want to get dragged down into
Yep.
all that mess, because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm the one in there smoking. And then it's I've always tried to stand on the side of right as far as certain things is
You
concerned.
that just said you would let the man keep cheating on his woman and you don't care. You're saying you, and now you're coming to say you always stand on the side of right.
Yeah, but that's the side of right. The man cheating on his wife, that's their business. My best friend smoking in church, that's my business.
I see. I see.
That's my business. See, that's their marital issue. Now, this is my relationship with my friend. That's the difference. And even though I would want to try to make sure that I don't ruin the relationship with the friend, if to a certain degree, if I could guarantee that, okay, I caught you doing this, and from henceforth and forevermore, you will not be doing this again. If I can trust you and take you at your word, then maybe I won't say anything. But if it's something, but obviously it's something that you've been doing outside of me catching you here. It's something that you've been doing. So I don't want to see my friend end up in ruins by smoking, and because he's smoking weed. He's over there. He's supposed to be in church getting high. He's in the bathroom getting high on something else. I mean, listen, I'm telling. I'm telling.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Carlos. And then Rose, when you answer, I want to ask you the same question as well. So what if you are a janitor at the church and you saw a kid smoking weed? What would you do? Is it that is your job as a janitor so you wouldn't say anything, or would you say something?
I would say something.
But I don't understand this. But your job as a janitor has nothing to do with a child smoking weed in the church.
Yes, it does.
Line of reasoning.
Most churches, you have to understand, most churches, usually the janitor is also a member of the church. So if you think about it, and even if I'm from outside.
What if you're not a member? What if you're not a member?
If I'm not, I'm telling Pastor. The first second I get to see Pastor, I'm saying, Pastor, you got this little rowdy boy in here smoking weed.
But Carlos, hold on, Carlos, hold on. You won't tell the wife. You won't tell the wife that the husband is cheating, but you're gonna tell Pastor and the little guy.
Because see, if I tell the wife that her husband is cheating, right, it may end up separating the wife and the husband. If I tell the pastor or a member of the church that the child is smoking in the church, the most they can do is probably fire me. But maybe they'll give me a raise for coming to them and telling them there is somebody there smoking.
It's all about you. Huh? You don't care about the other person. It's about your well-being.
No, I'm looking out for the boy as well, because he may ruin himself, smoke himself to death. So I'm just trying to help him.
Rose, talk to me. Rose. I need you. Wait, Rose, hold on. You pause. Let me see what's going on here. If I'm 15, Nikki says I am going to talk. I'm not getting a whooping for no one. Nikki says my wife, so I know for a fact she's a tattletale. She will talk, guaranteed. Nate said he would talk. Sharika said she is talking. Now, what I can't understand with y'all folk over here, both Facebook, YouTube, and my panel. So y'all are quick to out the young boy, but no one wants to out the wife. No one wants to out the husband. Everybody just wants to out the little boy. Rose, I want you to answer me first from on a friend level, and then on you're a janitor at the church level, because I really want to see what is the difference in thinking. Rose, go ahead.
For me, at 15, I don't know. I'm from Canada, y'all, in case you didn't know. Right now, weed is legal. So if I was 15 right now, smoking in the church, I'd be like, bro, like, you pushing it. Go outside. But I know weed smells so strong. Your parents must know you're carrying it. Like, somebody know. And if I go back to...
You guys always keep saying somebody knows.
Somebody gotta know.
Saying somebody knows.
If
somebody knew he would be standing on the front of the steps smoking the weed.
If you are that bold to smoke in the church, you are bold to smoke at home, and your parents knows.
You really think so? You don't
stinks.
remember when you're a teen? Teens, you can't talk to me. You don't say anything. No teenager, don't comment. I don't say nothing. Continue, Rose. Continue.
So,
yes.
If it's my best friend, then I know my best friend is smoking. I'm not catching my best friend smoking in the church. The only thing that I probably would catch him is doing it in the church. Then I'll be like, yo, don't do it at church. Like, you pushing it, especially if you don't want to get caught. But
you wouldn't tell on them though. You just warn them. Is that what you're saying?
Have a conversation with them. I'll tell them like, yo, as your friend, don't smoke at church. If you're gonna smoke outside. I mean, I've seen people smoke at church in the parking lot, not Hanson Place, but I'm just saying, not Hanson Place.
I'm just playing.
But like growing up, I've seen kids smoke in the parking lot, smoke in their car. The smell is so strong. Like, I know the parents know. And if I knew, as a friend, like the whole crew, like we all knew like so and so smoke, and it probably wasn't only so and so in the church smoking. He probably got it from some grown up at the church. Like he probably saw some grown up. Like it's, I don't know. I would just tell them not to smoke at church, but I wouldn't tell them what to do, and I wouldn't run and snitch. I mean, snitches get stitches. I'm not trying to get stitches.
I see.
But as a
janitor, what if you're the janitor at the church?
As a janitor, I am old enough to clean the church and get paid. So I probably, and if I'm a member of the church, I'll probably go see the AY leader, depending on my relationship with the child and the child's parents. I most likely would see who they're really close to and have the conversation with them so they could have the conversation with the child. I mean, if you're bold enough to smoke at church, like it's either something is going on and you really seeking attention. You know, some kids will be like, I'm gonna kill myself, or like they're doing weird stuff for you to really see something is going on with them so you can help them. So probably that's a situation with that child. I'll probably say I'm gonna speak up regardless, because if if after I clean somebody passed by and it smells like weed, they're gonna think that I'm not doing my job properly. So I have to speak up. I have to say something. I probably, depending, again, some pastors are not close to children or they don't know how to handle the situation. So I most likely will go to somebody that I think.
What about their parents? I keep hearing the past. What about the parents?
Right.
If the parents are Caribbean and old, that child is having a whooping and they're not having a conversation. So I don't want to be the one where they have a whooping and not help. So I'm going to go see somebody that has the responsibility to help the child. And if they want to include the parents, it's on them. But I am just little old janitor. I'm just going to go where I can go and keep it there.
My Lord. I mean, everybody's just protecting their jobs. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Jamin said, my wife said she would tell. I wouldn't unless I suspect there's a serious problem. For harder drugs, I would tell. Sharika says, I'm talking. Stephanie Lewis says, let's go. They're agreeing. Yes, Rose. All right. Wow. So I'm seeing a pattern here. Hey, as long as it doesn't affect my job, I will talk. All right. As long as I end up on top. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go to the next question. This one now is going to flip the script on y'all. Seeing that y'all are always protecting your rep. A rumor was started at your school. And after investigation, you found that it was your best friend that started it. Your friend that said that they were really sorry and they only did it because they were mad at you at the time. But they really want the friendship to continue. Are you staying in the friendship or are you out? Carlos, let me start with you.
It really depends on how damaging the rumors.
Damaging.
Yeah, there are some rumors that can be very, damaging characterly, and could definitely put emotional strains that would potentially, cause, the friendship or the relationship to not be where it's supposed to be. So if it's something that's forgivable, definitely, I'm definitely still in the friendship. I guess I'm the type of person, once you're a friend for life. That's it. I'm a people person. And so once you're a friend for life. Like I said, however, if depending on how damaging the rumor is or what the rumor is all about, because then, rumor could be anything. I don't know what the rumor is. What is
rumor? Is a damaging rumor. It has damaged your character.
Okay. Oh, you should have said that. If you had said that, I would have given you a straightforward answer a long time ago. I'm out. Period. No further questions, Your Honor.
But what happened to the statement? If you're a friend, you're a friend for life.
Yeah. If you're a friend for life. But no friend does that kind of damage.
But they explained that it was a lapse. They were mad at you at the time. They didn't mean to. They're very sorry.
Well, that's okay. Then stay over there, and that's okay. I mean, I can love you over there. That's no problem. I mean, God.
But you're not rebuilding the relationship. You're out of the relationship.
I'm not building something with somebody who's trying to kill me.
Mercy.
No.
Mercy. Wow.
The thing
wow.
you have to, take into consideration that at some point in time you have to survive, and it's not a selfish thing, but it's self-love. You also have to love yourself enough.
It's not selfish. It's
No,
self-love.
it's self-love. It's not selfish. It's self-love. You have to know when to back away. There are certain, because I've had friendships that I've had to terminate, simply because of just how the relationship went. And I mean, do I still talk to them? Yeah, I talk to them. But do I love them from a distance? Yes, I do. And it's not that I say per se have a guard up or anything like that. It's just that to make sure that I'm secured and I don't have to go through that experience again. I'm not going to allow you to, and especially if it's something that keeps happening over and over, especially if it's something that,
This is a one-time. This is a one-time rumor. This is a one-time rumor. It damaged your character, and the friend is saying it was a mistake. I am sorry. I want this friendship to continue. Let me go to the others. Because I hear you with your self-love. It's not selfish. It's self-love. I love you. I have a new definition now of love, self-love, that I didn't know before. It's self-love. So wait a second. So I mean, everybody's saying that they're out. Paula said, "I'll give them a chance." Paula said she'll give them a chance. Let's see. Nikki says, rumors start as a story, maybe true, maybe not. Stephanie said that's one time too many. So for Stephanie, one mistake, the friendship is done.
That's my sister.
Let me see. Who said that? Who just spoke? Rose, was that you or Joy?
No, I sister.
It was you? So talk to me, Rose. What would you do? It's a one-time thing. It's damaging, but it's the first time. The person said they are sorry, they were mad, and they want to rebuild the friendship.
So you see, that's scary, right? Because if we built a friendship and you felt that comfortable because you were mad to go start a rumor that is false on me, what happens 10 years into our friendship? You probably gonna do something worse that's way more damaging than what you just did. So I'm probably not gonna cut them off completely, but it's gonna be a high and by type thing. And if we're in high school, I mean, we all graduate and we'll all go our separate ways. So I don't know. I can't be friends with you. I won't be able to trust that person. I won't be able to tell them anything. No, I think I'm out.
Wow, she's out. I mean, everybody on here is agreeing they're out. I forgive. I'm not holding any grudges, but I don't see a friendship continuing. I agree. Rose, they're saying, Kimberly's saying she agrees with you. So you guys are saying that if a friend has messed up, there is no possibility of restoring that relationship. Not even a little crack in the door. Joy, talk to me. Where do you fall on this? Are you remaining in the friendship or are you out?
That's tough, right? Because first of all, we throw around the term friend really loosely. Because if I'm your friend or if you're my friend, I don't think you're going to set out to hurt me, right? And if you're going to start a rumor that's going to damage my reputation, that's hard. I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out. I kind of had a situation like that in real life in the workspace, and I just ended the friendship. I was done because I kept hearing the rumor. And then when the receptionist came to me and mentioned it to me, I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I told her and the friendship was over. So I'm not going to carry that because, again, if you are a friend, you that's not what you do.
Right.
I don't care how mad you are at that person. But me in my mouth, we're going to have a conversation about it, period.
So hold on. Facebook and YouTube family and panelists. So you guys are saying to me that one of the criteria of being your friend is that the friend must never make any mistakes. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's not what I'm saying.
So what are you saying? Help me to understand. If you're saying if the friend makes a mistake, friends don't do that. The friend comes to you and said, I have made a mistake, acknowledge the mistake that was made, and say, listen, can we rebuild this? And y'all are saying no, because you made a mistake, it's done. So the prerequisite of being a friend, YouTube and Facebook, I want to hear from you. And also, panelists, take 30 seconds and respond. That I have to be perfect at all times? Is
No,
that what
so
No.
there's no such thing as perfection when it comes on to building relationships with people, because obviously while you're growing, you're learning about each other, and you know, and that's how the relationships are built. However, as a friend, there are certain things and certain boundaries that we just don't cross. And if you consider yourself a friend of mine, you will not try to hurt me or harm me. And I'm not saying that you won't make a mistake and
Right.
something won't happen, but it will never ever get, or should never, let me say it will never, but it should never get to the extent where you do something or say something that damages my character. Character is something that you've worked over the years to build.
Right.
And people have come to learn and grow to know who you are as a person. Now, as a friend, if you do something to damage my character, now you have all these people out there looking down on me, and it affects you in so many ways. It affects you in your job. It affects you in your social circle. Everywhere you go, whatever people perceive of you as, you know, characterly, it will affect you. So as my friend, I don't expect you to do certain things that would damage my character.
Right.
Now, excuse me, if you make a mistake and it's a, like I said, it's a forgivable mistake, I will forgive you. And even if it's unforgivable, it's not something that's unforgivable. You can always forgive people. It's just that the relationship and the dynamics of the relationship will change. It will affect it, because at some point, I'm not going to trust you anymore to really be around you like that, to allow you to do the same thing again. So it's not that you have to be perfect to be my friend, because hey, none of us were perfect and Jesus wanted to be our friend, right? So still, it's not about perfection. It's all about just being loyal and really being a true friend. A true friend does not do stuff like that.
have mercy?
Can I
I
chime in? Can I say,
Of course, chime in.
if you're
Chime.
gonna for a rumor, right? You don't just jump up and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go start a rumor." You have put thought into that, right? Because you're so angry at that person, you are actually sitting there. You're calculating how am I get back at him or her. This is not a spur of the moment thing. You're giving this thing thought. So if you're gonna put that much energy behind something, you consider me to be a friend. Come to me. We can have a conversation. But for you to just sit there and simmer and be mad and be calculated about it, no. I mean, that's all bets are off. I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm done with you. Period.
Mercy, mercy.
I'm
Wow. But Joy, it was a lapse of judgment. Let me see what's going on here. Rose, I'm coming to you. Just a moment there. Jennifer, Joy says, I may not cut them off entirely. However, the level of friendship will definitely change, and I would watch the person closely. All right. Damon says none is perfect. Mistakes happen, especially at a young age when hormones are changing. Um, when hormones are changing, these are school age kids. Now, and I saw Karen had commented above that her husband said he would forgive because that person actually came and asked for forgiveness. Rose, you're the final one on this point. What say you?
So every relationship got to be built on trust. I'm losing trust. So there's no point in having the friendship, first of all. And secondly, your intentions were to hurt me
Mhm.
because you were mad. Like that's deep. Like you got issues that you gotta solve and you're putting it on me. It's not fair. And if we're really friends, if I piss you off to the point for you to do that, you should have came to me and be like, yo, like you did something and I'm really mad about it. If you're my friend, let's talk. Like if you're gonna plan, just like Joy said, you plan that. Like that's deep. So if ever like we stay friends and like 10 years down the line, I have my kids, I have my husband, and I piss you off or I hurt you accidentally, or maybe I don't know. I don't even know. We don't even know what we did for her to be mad. First of all,
Mhm.
um, you probably gonna try to hurt my kids and my husband. Now I'm gonna have to kill you. That's just not good. So,
I am done. I'm gonna shut down this podcast. Come on. Why did I
Oh my
choose these
gosh.
people, Facebook and YouTube to come on this? But I love it. I love it. The reason why I have them here, they give real answers, how people are thinking, and that's what I want. I want you to give the real answers, how you're processing stuff. Remember, what we're talking about is refocus. We're talking about when things come, hit you off your game. What do you do to get back into shape? What do you do to get back into motion. What do you do to get the car back on the road? All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're switching topics now. We're switching topics. You just purchased a brand new fall coat for $300 from the clearance rack, which means there's no more that you have been saving for a month. You've been saving for a month to buy because you liked it. As you approach your front door, you see a mother with two children who are shivering in the cold. The thought popped in your head to give them the coat. Are you in with agreeing with the thought to give them the coat, or are you out? You just bought your brand new coat. You would never give it to somebody in need. Let me start with. I see Rose shaking her head. I'm going to start with Rose. Rose, talk to me. Facebook and YouTube, talk to me. Talk to me. You just purchased this coat. $300 costs a lot of money. It's on clearance. I mean, there's no more. You're walking. You see somebody shivering in the cold, a woman with her children. The thought pops in your head. You know what? You should give them the coat. They need it more than you. What do you do? Are you in with this thought to give the coat, or are you out? You're keeping your coat and you're gone. Talk to me. Rose, Facebook, YouTube, talk to me.
That's a I'll probably tell them to come inside the store a little bit while I think about it so they could wake up. But I mean, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. That's really tough. I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. Let me give you some options, and then we can come. I don't know is a truthful answer, so I don't mind that at all. That's fine. You don't know. J-Man said, give them my old coat. J-Man is saying, listen, I'm not giving the new coat. Take the old coat. Paula said she's buying one on their own. So Paula, you're gonna head back to the store and buy one for them. Joy, what would you do?
Okay, so being me and I'm being for real, I probably purchase a new coat every year, right? I do. So honestly, and where I'm at right now in my life, I'm going back into the store. I'm going to return the coat. I'm probably going to give her the money, or we can buy the coats. And I'm being honest right there, right now, because I can't picture it. You know, a mom and her two kids, even though we know some people play a game, right? I don't want it to be on my conscience, because I know that at home I have coats that I've just worn for that one season. And it's just me. I like to buy a new fall coat. Nikki, don't say anything. You know, I would return it. I think I'm going to return the coat, get the money, and see if I can spread it 3 ways. Being honest. That's my honest answer.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much. Paula D says everyone is getting a coat. Shalima said if I had to save for the coat, I'm keeping it. She could hold this donation towards her own coat, though. Well, fair enough. Sharita said she'd buy them each a coat. Opal said I would buy the mother a coat. Joy saying I would buy each a coat that fit them. Carlos, what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I really agree with Joy. I can't really pass. It's very hard for me to pass people on the street struggling. Even now, I pass people on the street. I see them out there with signs, you know, they say they're homeless and they need this. And it's very, very difficult for me to pass them and go home and sleep. I can't sleep comfortably. So even if I gotta go in and say, here's a $5, here's a $2, and we always say maybe they're using it to buy drugs or do whatever, but I can't pass. And I always say, Lord, whatever they do with this, it's not a need. They have a sign that says they're homeless. I give. So as far as the coat is concerned, I would really go back inside and I would buy them some coats. Now, I'm pretty sure they have other coats in the store besides the one that I've been saving up my $300 for, right? If it's the last money that I have, and that was not explained if it's the last $300 I had or not, right? So, but if it came down to it, where I had to return the coat and purchase coats for them, I would do that. Because even though I've been saving for months, I can go back and save. I'm a hustler. I can go back and save for months again until so I can afford the coat. But I just hate passing people helpless and just leaving them there. I just don't think it's my place to do that. I think it's my place to help. So if I have to go back, return the coat and purchase them some coats, because the one coat is not going to cover all 3 of them. So if I have to return it, I'll return it
Yeah.
and render some assistance. That's me.
You guys are so nice. Thank you so much for sharing. You would leave a wife to rot, a child to smoke weed, but you've helped women. I really
Yeah,
appreciate. I
Lila.
really appreciate it. Love you all. Thank you so much for those responses and Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all. I see the response coming in. I'll buy the mother a coat. Um, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Folks are saying that they would buy the mother a coat. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me see if I can step on your toes just a little bit more. Your father died, left you a nice house and $1 million. However, your only sibling got jealous, hired a lawyer, and took everything from you. Several years later, they come back and say that they are sorry and want to rebuild the bond between both of you. Are you in terms of building back the bond that was broken down with your sibling, or are you out? Facebook, YouTube, panelists, Rose, I'm coming to you. Are you in? Your sibling comes back. They say they're sorry. They had made a mistake, and they really want to rekindle all those lost years where they were fighting you for money. Are you in terms of building the relationship with your siblings or with your sibling, or are you out? Rose, why you look so perplexed? Ah,
I'm thinking of my sister, and I will beat her up.
oh yeah.
I will beat her up for even trying. Like, she knows that I would share the house with her until, I don't know, we could use it for business, something. We could rent it and make money to buy to buy stuff. Yes, I will beat you. To buy another house. I don't know. I love her though. I love my sister, and I don't see my life going without her being in my life.
Mm.
So, yeah, like she said,
She's looking
I don't know. I mean, I think I would forgive her, but I think
Mhm.
it'll still be in the back of my head, like, and I'm petty sometimes, not all the time. So I
So
just
so Rose, so Rose, hold up. So the sister will be forgiven, but not the friend. So
yes.
if your sister betrays you, you forgive your sister, but you won't forgive your friend.
You know, I blame it on age. Me and my sister was 7 years apart. Like, she's a child. I don't care if we're 40, she's still gonna be a baby to me. Like, I feel like I'm responsible. She's like my child. So I would forgive her, but I will
You
beat her up too. I will beat her up. I will give her a good parent daughter beating. Like, I don't
But,
know.
Rose, hold on. But I don't understand. You see, y'all have different standards, and I can't wrap my. So why not? If the friend betray you, beat up the friend, and then rebuild the relationship. I don't understand it. So the sister gets brought back into the relationship, but the friend is locked out in the cold forever. I,
Yes, because I have no attachment and no responsibility towards that friend. Like, I pray
oh,
for my sister. I pray for my sister. Okay, like my mom can is a witness. I prayed every night, every morning for my sister. So she's like I said, she's like my child to me, and we're bloodly related. Like, we sharing same blood. We have same mom, same education. I mean, granted, same education. I don't think my sister would ever do that, but she's my sister.
I see.
However, the friend, I met them at school, like the situation said, and they purposely try to hurt me because they were mad. Like, why am I gonna torture myself to keep you as my friend when I already have a sister that I have to deal with?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Rose. Joy, talk to me. Talk to me.
Okay. So you're coming back several years later, right? You're coming
Yeah.
back with half of the money. What are we doing?
None of the money.
N-
But the money is done. The
the
money is
money is
gone.
done.
The money is gone. They just want to rebuild what they want to rebuild the relationship. They're
What are
not
we?
bringing in gifts.
What are we rebuilding? You broke trust, right? That's blood. You took the time to get a lawyer. You fought something that our dad left for us. You took the money, you took the house, and now you're like the prodigal son coming home. I'm not sure I'm that forgiving. The relationship, I think, is severed. Listen, it's family, but sometimes family do you more dirt than a stranger, right?
So wait, so
Um,
hold on, Joy, hold on. So you quote in scripture about the prodigal son,
mm-hmm,
the act of love, and then,
mm-hmm.
and then your response to the very scripture you quote,
But wait,
I'm not
but
that
you
man.
heard what I said, right? I said like the prodigal son, but that's
Yes.
not. I'm not there.
Well,
I'm not there at that right now. I'm saying he or she is coming home like the prodigal son. No, they're broke. Pretty much that's what they are. They're broke now. So I'm not that forgiving to like want to turn the other cheek right now because I'm probably still angry at you for doing that to me. That's a hurt. That's a deep hurt.
so
That's a
how
deep.
how will the healing take place if you don't give it a chance?
The healing may never take place. I'm being honest. The healing may never take place. And that's just how some, and let's be real, that's how some relationships are in life, whether it's family, whether it's friends. Some things are just not repairable. That right there, I would have to listen. Like Rose said, she petty. I can be petty too.
My Lord, my Lord.
Oh,
Shamika Chase said after that, I'm an only child after that. Oh my God. Somebody help me, please. Somebody help me, please. Karen, if I had a lot of money, Karen is saying, I would ask them if they were there to take from me again, then I would, okay. If I had a lot of money, I would ask them if they were there for me, if they were there to take from me again, then I would accept them. Okay, trying to understand that statement.
they're not going to answer that honestly.
They're not, yeah. Carlos, talk to me real quick. We have a few more, and then we're done. Your sister, only sister.
Only sister. See, that's why I'm. See, listen, I'm glad I don't have those kind of issues. I'm an only child.
Oh,
If my father died tomorrow, there ain't nobody else to get enough but me. But I mean, um, it's very important to maintain relationships with your siblings. I love my brothers and sisters.
See,
And I always
he's an
try.
only child, but he's only an only child for his
But my
mom.
father, yeah, I'm only a child for my father.
No, he's not really no only child. Go ahead.
But I love my brothers and my sisters, and I would go to hell and back for them. Period. I don't see why the relationship is not repairable. However, I'm a very cautious person. I repair relationships from a distance. I like to do that. Wherever you were with the millions and the house, because you were devious enough, like Joyce said, to get an attorney to fight me out of what should have been ours, and then expect to just come back and then it's gonna be hunky dory and lovey dovey. No, I will love you from a distance. You can go back wherever you want, wherever you were. If you need a plate of food, I will send it to you. I will bring it to you, wherever the case may be. But you will never ever get back enough to me to be able to do that to me again.
yeah.
So it's not that I won't forgive you. I'll forgive you, because there's one thing with me is that I tell myself that I'll always work for mine. So I don't have to depend on whatever mommy and daddy die and leave and all of that. Because I realize that when it comes on to family, they like to fight and fuss and quarrel about stuff that mommy and daddy done died and left. And I'm not about that life.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make my own. And so I always have my own. However, if daddy left me $1 million in a house and it's for both of us, then it's for both of us. We should share that. And if you're devious enough to fight me out of it, you can best believe I'm going to love you from over there. Go back to where you're coming from. I'm going to forgive you, but we just don't have no dealings. Says you're never ever going to get close enough to me again to do that mess again.
That don't sound like forgiveness to me. But anyways, let's run with the next scenario. Let's run with the next scenario. YouTube and Facebook, y'all not helping me out. You just keep agreeing with everything that these panelists are saying. Y'all cannot. Somebody can't help me. Somebody can't say, you know what, y'all are just too cold. No one will stand up. Everyone just agreeing with them. Oh my goodness. All right. First, I spoke about a sibling. Here's this one now. Your entire family turned their backs on you and left you to suffer for years on your own. You struggled and persevered, and now you're successful. Like y'all said, Carlos, I do my own. You find out that your family is now living in poverty, and you have an opportunity to help them and mend the relationship. Are you in terms of mending the relationship and helping them, Or are you out in terms of I'm already out, I'm not trying to get back in, I'm good, fam? Joy, let me begin with you. Talk to me.
I'm probably, oh, you know what? I'm gonna say that I'm in. I'm probably going to help them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna help them because you know what? It's gonna be them looking now. No, it's gonna be their guilt, right? I'm good. My conscience is clear. I'm gonna help you. I'm not expecting anything from you in return. But now it's gonna be for them now to wonder if they should take from me, right? Because no pride sets in regardless of where you are in life. People still have a lot of pride,
Mhm.
right? So they may feel a certain way, like, is she pitying us, different things like that. No, that's on you. That's nothing to do with me. You did your dirt on me already. I persevered. I got where I'm at. I'm reaching back. I'm gonna help you. It's up to you. I'm not gonna force you to take it, but I'm gonna offer myself. It's up to you if you want to take it or not. It's
But Joy, that's
simple.
only one part of that's the only one part. You have the
Hmm.
part of helping, and then you have the second part of mending the relationship. Where do you fall in terms of mending the
So
relationship?
the men in the relationship, that's going to be tough. And that's going to be, I'm sorry, it's going to be from a distance, right? It's going to be a distant thing. It's
Wow.
it's going to be that way because it's hard. These types of things, these are really great questions, by the way. And it pushes you to think,
Mm-hmm.
in being human, and if you're being honest with ourselves, most of us are going to be like, nah. So it'll take a lot of work, but we're gonna do the distance thing. I'm gonna
Or
help you, but it can be from a distance. I don't want you up in my space like that. You're not gonna be. No,
wow.
it'll be a work in progress for sure.
Thank you for that, Joy. Thank you for that. Facebook and YouTube family. Is anyone willing to take the step to start the process of mending? Let me go, Carlos. Carlos, take a minute because we're running out of time, and I have some really some other good questions to ask you, and I don't want my producer to yank my imaginary tail. Carlos, are you in terms of helping and mending the relationship, or are you out?
I'm in. The thing is, I've heard and I've seen something very similar to this in real life. I've seen it. It's not that I'm very familiar with this. I personally know somebody who that same thing happened to. Um, the whole family turned their back on him. Nobody would help him. Nobody would, try to stretch a hand to say, "Hey, man, let me help you up." Nobody. And the man, long story short, the man done went out, did it on his own, became very successful, and story came to the point where he ended up being the cornerstone. And I've often, I'm from the Caribbean, so they always say the stone that the builder refuses, they always become the head cornerstone. And
Mhm.
so I've seen that where this particular guy was able to come back and feed his family. And the funny thing that he always says is that I'm just going to let them eat their condemnation. So no, that's crazy. But he's like, listen, I'm going to feed them. And I don't blame him. That's something I would do too, because it's not my will or wish for anyone to perish. So, and especially his family, I'm going to help out. I'm going to try to mend the relationship, but just like Joy said, I'm going to do that thing from a distance.
How do
And
you mend a relate? We're running out of time. We gotta come back. How do you mend? I just can't understand. How do you mend a relationship
you
from?
stay over there, I
It's a
stay over
long
here.
distance
Long
relationship,
distance
Sean.
relationship. Yeah.
It's a
You stay over there, I stay over here. I keep my millions, I keep feeding you, you still, that's it. Amend the relationship. That's it. You're not dying. Hello.
Facebook and YouTube, help me to understand. How do you mend a relationship from a distance? If you're mending a garment, the garments have to touch. How do you mend something from a distance? Rose, take about 30 seconds and tell me what you do. If you're in or are you out?
I'm halfway in.
Oh
Um,
my God. I
half-
can.
I will help you, but as a good person, I will help you get back on your feet, but you need to get back on your feet. You need to have a plan how you're gonna be able to provide for yourself afterwards. I'm not gonna baby you when you turned your back on me. Like I still love you, you family, but I don't know. I don't I can't. We're gonna have to have a plan. Mending, it
Mm.
depends. is if it's yeah, no, I don't know.
Have mercy. Esther, let me see what Esther said. Esther may be a ray of hope for me. Esther, you have to be at a point in your Christian growth to really restore that relationship. It takes a strong relationship with God to rebuild the relationship. Helping them is easier. All right, that's real talk right there. Let's run on to the next question. Running down to the end. Your spouse convinces you to invest in a Ponzi scheme. You go along with them, and it turns out it was a bad investment. You ended up losing everything, including your money, your home, and eventually your job. Your spouse wants to stay in the relationship with you and give them another chance in another business venture. Are you in with the spouse or are you out? I'm going to go Carlos, Joy, and Rose. Take about 20 seconds and just tell me, are you in or out? And let's run with it. YouTube, Facebook, are you in or are you out of this relationship? Are you done?
I'm in. I mean, my spouse is my spouse. Period. There's no changing that. There's no fixing. Getting out of that at all. I should have known better. If there's one thing when it comes down to investment, research. If you are not diligent enough to do research, then you probably should not get an investment. So even now, there's a lot of things my wife comes and she says, hey, let's do this, let's do that. But I'm like, okay, let's research this, let's research that. I don't ever get into anything unless I'm fully aware of whatever it is before I get into it. But even peradventure, I did research. I didn't come across the necessary information that would have guided me to make the right decision. And we made the decision. We made a decision together. I can't blame her for a decision we made together. Money is money. It goes and it comes, period. Simon.
Says the people who would fight tooth and nail for the job. Joy.
That's my wife, though.
Are you in or are you out?
I'm in. And the reason is because, the spouse, obviously we had a conversation about it, right? I had to agree at some point to go ahead and, be a part of this scheme or whatever it is you call it. We lose everything. Where am I going at this point? I'm broke. I'm homeless. Where am I going? Listen, we can be broke and homeless together.
I hear that.
I'm being for real. I'm being for real.
All right.
We're gonna be broke and homeless together. We'll try something else.
I'll take that. Rose, talk to me. Take about 20 seconds. Let me know. Are you in? Are you out?
I'm gonna be in only because, like Joyce said, where am I gonna go? You're gonna be the one bring us back up. So I'm gonna watch you be the leader that God created you to be, and you're gonna lead us into success. Because I'm not gonna be broke and try to struggle by myself to get back on my foot. You're gonna do the job.
So they make you broke. They gotta make you woke. Get back up and go again. All right. All right. All right, folks. All right. We're down to our last two questions. Here we go. Next question. Lord, I'm so scared of asking the panel this question. You're walking behind your pastor. A piece of paper falls from your folder. You glimpse your name on it. And when you read it, you realize your pastor has written a letter to each board member requesting to have you removed from all ministries based upon a rumor. And the pastor never asked you about it. You shared your findings with your best friend, and they said you should stay in the church and fight for your reputation. Are you in? Are you staying in the church to fight for your reputation, or are you out? You just gone? Boy, Rose don't look like she ready. Carlos, 30 seconds. Talk to me. 30 seconds.
One, I'm staying in church, and two, I'm not fighting for no reputation.
Oh.
There's one thing that I've come to learn over the years with church is that church people always talk. The church is like at church you find everybody. The hypocrites are there, the liars are there, the thieves are there, everybody's over there. So I'm not going nowhere, and I'm not fighting for nothing. I know who I am. I know my character. I probably would be a little upset. I'd probably be upset if pastor wrote a letter to the board without consulting me and saying, hey man, I heard this thing. Is it true? And gave me a chance to defend myself before he wrote me off to the board. But I understand sometimes in churches, decisions are made and all the parties involved in whatever the issues are were never brought together to kind of figure it out and squash it and figure out what really happened, and to determine what's the next step. But yeah, I'm staying in church. I ain't going nowhere.
So,
You
so
can
let
take
me understand this. Let me. I'm gonna make this statement. Then I'm gonna move to Joy, then to Rose. So let me understand this. So when it comes on to your friend in school and your reputation, you say reputation is everything because you spent years building it. But now you're saying, hey, listen, I don't care what anyone says. I'm fine. I'm gonna stay in church. But when it comes on to your friend, you didn't make the statement and say, you know what? I'm fine. I don't have to defend myself to anybody. It's fine rebuilding the relationship. But that's just my observation. I'm going to leave it alone. Joy, talk to me. Talk to me.
So what Carlos said, certain things he said is true, right? Every church, there's no church that don't have drama like the world. Like he said, they're going to be the gossip, they're going to be the liar, they're going to be the thief, they're going to be just this person. I'm going to stay, but I'm fighting for my reputation. I'm going to have a conversation with the pastor and the board. I'm sorry. That's just me. We're going to have a conversation, because if you're the leader of the church, you're going to take a rumor and run with it without consulting your church, like the person that this rumor is about, that doesn't reflect on you well as a leader. Right? I'm saying, but we're going to have a conversation, because you're not going to chase me from the church. The church is not yours, period.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Rose, 20 seconds. And then on to our final question, and then we wrap up.
I'm thinking, what would Jesus do? Because
now you're thinking that at the end of the program?
Only because he flipped tables and threw everything on the floor. That's probably what I would do. Flip tables. I'm a board member.
Oh, that's the portion of Jesus that you're gonna apply.
Exactly. Because we're fighting. I'm a board member, so I'm fighting. Like, how you the pastor, my pastor, you're supposed to protect me as your flock, part of your flock, and you're gonna go and have a little meeting. What does the church manual say how to handle those situations? Go to Auntie Ellen. Like, no, baby, we're fighting.
You're fighting.
I'm fighting.
You're staying and fighting.
I'll probably leave afterwards, but I'm fighting. Why are you trying to ruin my reputation? Then I'm gonna start thinking that you got something against me.
My Lord.
Because you hit.
No, finish your thought, Rose. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna think that the pastor got something against me. Like, I'm gonna be like, okay, no, you really have something against me, because first of all, you hit it. I'm a board member. Like, what's going on? And even if I wasn't a board member, why didn't you tell me anything? Why didn't anyone come and tell me anything? Why am I finding this on the floor? Not even from somebody's mouth, like on the floor. Like, you don't think I'm valuable enough for you to talk to me? You don't think I'm good enough as a Christian for you to come and talk to me?
So what would you do? You'd call a meeting and board meeting and do this? How would you do it?
I don't think I would have enough patience to wait for the meeting. I would call you out right then and there after church, if it has to be after church. Like, we're gonna talk now.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Final question, then we're done for the evening. So this one is going to be very quick. You have 10 seconds to answer. You're at church, you see a deacon that you love and respect put $200 into their pocket. When you ask him about it, he says he's a little short on rent and this is a one-time thing, and begs you to keep it a secret. Are you in with keeping it a secret, or are you out? Let's go to Carlos, Joy, then back to Rose again, then we're out. Carlos, 20 seconds. Are you in or out?
I'm out. Can I give him $200 and just have him put it back?
Hey, you say that's what you do. You give him the $200.
The thing is, people, and that's why sometimes we don't understand what people are going through. And even though they come to church dressed in a suit every day, we don't know what people are going through. Yep. That's why it's important for the church to know their members. But I would definitely say, hey, listen, man, if you're short, I'll give it to you, but it's not right just taking from the Lord. I'm out. I'm not on that, because I'm not going to receive no bad blessing or whatever just because you're over there stealing from the offering plate. I'm not doing that. I'll give you $2. That's
good. Thank you so much. Joy, 20 seconds. Are you in or out, and why?
I'm out. Like Carlos said, I don't want to be a part of, in the Caribbean, they say if you steal from the offering plate, your hand wither, right? I don't want to see that, Right. So I'm gonna have a conversation with him. I'm gonna give him the money. I'm gonna loan him the money for the rent because I'm not keeping that in. Not at all. That's too much. That's heavy stuff.
All right, all right. I see you all are very heavy loaders, pockets full of money to be $200 here, $300 there. Y'all are blessed. Rose, talk to me. 20 seconds. Are you in and out? You're in or are you out, and why?
I if the person is a respectful person, I know me going to somebody and be like, yo, Deacon so and so stole money. They're probably not gonna believe me. So I'm gonna have to like record the conversation with them because I don't think everybody got $200 to give like that for free. But I know the church has services that can help the deacon in their situation. And if that's the only time, if I'm catching you doing it, it's probably not the only time and you're probably gonna
Right.
do it again.
Mm.
So we're gonna have to find help for you, and I'm not gonna keep that. Like that's too heavy. I will also pray about it, but I
Mhm.
have to share the information with the right people, not the one that's gonna gossip and tell the whole church, but the right people.
So all of you are saying that you'd help them quietly.
No, I'm having a conversation. It needs to be addressed.
So you'd report him.
Yes.
That
Okay.
Because
Rose,
like Rose said, it probably is
Rose,
not the first time he did it.
okay, thank you. So Rose, you're saying you report him?
I mean, if you're the deacon, that means it's not the first time. You shouldn't be in that position if your hand is light and going in people's plate. Like I will help you not get punished by God.
Okay, thank you. Carlos, would you report the deacon or not?
Yep.
I would report him.
Okay, you report. All right. I just wanted to make sure. People here and here saying thief and all sort of stuff. I want to thank all the panelists for coming on. Just go to the last slide for me, please. As we wrap up, I just want to say this. I call this relationship nuggets. The reason why I did this, we created this program, is to show you that there are situations in life that will throw you off. Life is not perfect. Life will throw you curveballs, and you have to learn how to deal with those curveballs when they come. So if for example, in terms of sibling betraying one another, if you want to read up on a story, you can read the story of Joseph, how his siblings betrayed him. And you can see that even after his siblings betrayed him, sold him into slavery, he was still willing to mend that broken relationship, to not only to help them, but he accepted them back as his brothers. If you're talking about bad marriage investment, you can look at the marriage between Adam and Eve, where they lost everything. We lost everything. We are here because of their mistakes. And yet they stuck together, they toughed it out. Talking about acts of kindness, you can find that in Matthew 5:38-42, where Jesus says that if somebody asks you to do something, don't just do the bare minimum, go above and beyond for them. If you're talking about friendship, being betrayed by a friend, you can read Matthew 28, which talks about Jesus, how Judas, who was a part of Jesus' 12 disciples, Jesus washed his feet, never did anything to him. And yet, when he betrayed Jesus, Jesus did not have anything mean to say to him, and Jesus was still willing to forgive him. And finally, if you talk about morality, standing up for what is right, John the Baptist, I know many of us say we're afraid to lose our jobs. John the Baptist, when the king stole his brother's wife, he stood up for his beliefs, his morals, and it didn't cost him a job. It ended up costing him his life. So each of us have to look and see what are the principles that drive our lives, each of us. And we have to make sure that we whatever we're doing is morally right amongst ourselves and also with us and God. I want to thank all of you for participating today. You all are awesome. I want to let you know next week we're coming back here live at 4 p.m. We're going to talk about real love part 2. And you know, the last time, we are not afraid to say the word sex on this program. As you see, people are very honest here. We're bringing back the couples, and we're going to have a real talk about what really goes on in marriages. This is not the trailer version. We are going to go deep in. So make sure you tune in next week at 4 p.m. for another Relationships Reloaded. Love you all. Take care of yourself. Also, if you want to submit questions, please, it's on your screen where to send your questions to. You can email ay@hpsdachurch.org, or you can send it in on Instagram at hpsda_youth, or you can message on Facebook, the Hanson Place AYM. So any of those outlets, make sure that you reach out and submit your questions, and make sure that you submit before or on Wednesday, October 14th. That's the deadline. After that, we cannot guarantee that your question will be answered. Once again, we thank you so much. Go with God. We love you. Tune in again next week at 4 p.m. We thank our panelists for coming on for another episode of Relationship Reloaded. Thank you, panels, for coming on. We love you. We love you. We love you. God bless you all, YouTube and Facebook family, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.